I've practiced this in my head so many times, so I have an automatic answer. I am a mother, I am a student, and a dream. If it wasn't for the dreams, I don't think I will be able to get out of bed every morning. And I am obsessed with escapism. I wake up and find a new way to escape. So I'm listening to something, I'm reading this book, I'm coming up with ideas. Dreamer. My name is Mitchelle Kabucho.
What is one thing you want Miles to grow up knowing?
Wow. One thing, that he doesn't have to follow in my footsteps. He can be his own person. He can be anything he wants to be. And that's the greatest thing I learned with my parents. Because my brothers are smart. So many people, when you have older siblings and they're smart, you're expected to follow in their footsteps. You compare to them all the time. I just want Miles to be his own person. Because until he does, he'll never be himself. He'll be living someone else's life. I really don't want him to go get a degree and bring it to the house. Here you go. I'm going to study my own things. I think that's the best thing. If he's his own self, he can think for himself. He doesn't have to carry all the things that I tell him. I want him to get to that age where he can challenge me. Think about it. Reason. Because when I do that with my parents, they call me insane. Because parents are used to, they expect that you will follow exactly what they say.
Compliance.
To the very letter.
Yes.
And I'm that challenging. And I bring up very serious topics and my mother goes, oh, here goes the activist. Oh, here goes. Oh, I didn't raise you like that. And my father is quiet. He's listening. He's like, who taught you these things? Who taught you these things? Why are you thinking like that? And then my brothers and I are opposing sides. Oh, you're thinking like a hooligan. You're thinking like an old man. I just want him to be his own person. Yes.
Wow. I think that is the most powerful gift a parent can give a child.
Yes.
It's very empowering.
When he's sober-minded, he will not be carried by the nonsense in the world.
Yeah. Wow. And when he can learn to trust his own intuition. Because I find so many people who have low self-esteem issues or things like those, it's because they were never given the opportunity to exercise their own will or their intuition to build on it. Nothing. So when people are always telling you what to do, you don't know what to do when you're the one who has to
You're accustomed to doing what other people want.
And then
so what happens when it's time for you to do what you want to do?
You become passive. Okay. What was your dream job when you were a child?
I wanted to be a cop.
No way.
I did. I wanted to be a cop.
Why?
I don't know. Perhaps some of these things are innate. Perhaps they're subconscious. Because once I stopped saying that I want to become what my brothers are saying I want to become, what I wanted to become was a cop. And I remember my father laughed. You mean you want to become a police officer in this country? And I'm like, yeah, where are we going? What do you mean in this country? And you know, in a crazy way, I am still on that path.
Oh wow. We are criminal.
Yes, and I almost enlisted in the army 2018. That would have been a different story. I don't think we would be here today.
I don't think so.
I almost enlisted. And my father was worried. He was worried sick. And he tried to get my brothers to put sense into me. Talk to your sister, she's gone insane. Tell her she's going to get killed. Well, in a way, I am still on that path. I think I've just always loved law enforcement.
Suits.
Love it. Love it.
Law and order, crime and justice.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
I have seen almost every show there is to see.
You've gotten away with murder together with Annalise Keating? Okay, I get your drift. I'm guessing Miles is under 2 years old. Or is 2 years old.
He turns 3 in February.
Oh, so he's still 2.
Yeah.
So there's this famous notion about the terrible twos.
Oh.
Is that what you have? Is it true?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I think terrible 2 is where he's more opinionated, as opposed to when he was 1. He can communicate now better. He's very opinionated. He knows, without doubt, that he's the child of the house, and everybody's doting on him. So he has this entitlement going on. Terrible 2 is crazy. So he will draw on your walls. He will do the craziest of things. So he has gone to, I think he has done so many things. We had a table in our living room. We don't have a table in our living room. He used to fall asleep inside. You know, when there's the glass and then there's this other layer. So he's passed out in the middle.
What?
Yes. So he's gone under the shoe rack. He's passed out under the stairs. That's where he wants to play.
God.
He's taken his toys. He's playing under the dining table. Terrible 2 is crazy. If he gets a hold of anything, it has to come apart. He has to see how it works. As it stands, he has only one working toy. One. Considering that every birthday I get him new toys. Phase out the ones that were there. I think it's time for new toys. I think it's time.
Oh my God.
And he will climb on anything. He's so daring. He'll climb at any level. He falls, he cries, he goes back. He's terrible 2 is insane. He has decided at a very young age that he wants to see it all. He wants to try it all. And he's doing it.
I'd say he's following in the footsteps of his mother. He's
Yes.
going to have it all.
Yes,
He's
very
also
seriously.
trying it all.
Very seriously. Miles is the first person to ever talk back to my mother and leave. He is alive. So my mother found him drawing on our walls. Like I said, we live in a kindergarten. She found him drawing on our walls with a permanent marker. And she asked him, "Where's it come from?" He said, "From Mama's room." How did you get there? So he looked down. And so my mom is trying to tell him, "Stop it. Stop doing this." No. We all looked at her. Oh God. That moment is here. The first child to ever speak back to her. That moment is here. But he's still alive.
I wonder how. I wonder what strings he's pulling. Okay. So, what has Miles taught you about the world? I hear many parents say that they enjoy looking at the world through the lens of their children. Because every time there's wonder in their eyes, and it reminds them to fall in love with the world, that there's magic in the world. Or some people, as you have said, some people drew strength and they discover, wow, I'm actually a very strong person.
Yeah.
What has Miles taught you about the world?
That I'm too serious about life. I am too serious about life. So my resting face is serious. When I'm minding my own business, I'm serious. After a smile, it goes back resting. It's what people call a resting bitch face.
Yeah.
But you just find with children, they're always happy.
Yeah.
Miles is always happy. I think it's characteristic of children at that age.
Yeah.
But God, he's happy. And the smallest of things excite him. So he has seen a butterfly. That has made his day. He's going to tell everyone he saw a butterfly. He went out to play out in the swings. He's going to tell everyone. Even if he didn't leave the house, there will be something that excited him so much. It reminds me that sometimes I'm too serious. Perhaps I should smile more.
Yeah.
I should be happier more. If seeing the stars excites him, seeing the birds excite him. At home, we have, I don't know how to put this, outside there are tiles, like a cabro outside. So the first time he ever went outside the gate, we'd gone to visit someone. And outside is grass. He was so excited to see grass. And he kept picking it and taking it to my brother. Uncle, look, what is this? And he was so dirty by the time we went home. He even forgot about his toys. No toys, he was just playing in the dirt. You mean there's another life outside this kid? I think some of these things are as simple as that. I should be happier. I should be a happier person. It's never that serious.
It's never that serious. So, are you happy with the person you are today?
Yes. I am greatly proud of her. Happy? Yes. Very proud. Because if you told me I would experience half of any of this, I am pretty sure I would have said that's impossible. I would have broken at the seams. I would have come apart. Or I honestly wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have made it through. So I'm really happy about this person. She's more daring. It was, like I said, the dragon was always there. Especially when it comes to Miles, that dragon has always been there.
Okay, so to wrap up this session, this part, what are the stereotypes about single parents, first of all, generally, and then single mothers that you have heard about or that you have had put on you that are perhaps not true, that are false? They're just that, stereotypes.
The greatest stereotype I've had imposed on me is the assumption that I'm bitter. I am serious. I am confident, but I'm not bitter. And people always assume there's one hell of a story to be the fact that I am a single parent. That there's something so tragic. He died, we got divorced, we were married. People just always assume there's a very, very serious reason. It's not that serious, imagine. Nothing. It's that we didn't work anymore. And I didn't feel like it would do me any good to stay in a relationship for the sake of my child. So then I'd be a bitter person. I'd be exactly what they want me to be.
Yeah.
So people just assume there's one hell of a reason why. And people also assume. The first time my friends started calling me Mama Miles, it was weird. I was very, I don't know, it just came like, Oh, me? Oh, okay. Sure. That's me. I thought about it and I was thinking, wow.
You truly are Mama.
I really am Mama. So why did that upset me? Why did that do whatever that was? People just assume that I am either married, I live with my baby daddy, and there's nothing else going on for me apart from my child and him. That's it.
So people are the ones who put you in the box.
Yes.
Of you're just a mother. You're a mother, and that is who you will.
In fact, someone has ever actually told me I'm just a mother. I don't like labels. I really don't. Even the good ones, even the confident one, that I don't like labels. But you see, when people are incapable of associating you with a label, they don't know where to place you. You're an instant threat.
Yes.
So saying things out of hatred is going to make me mad. People just assume all sorts of things. And I don't like those labels.
Yeah.
But like I said, as opposed to being called all those other names, why not? Why not give this one single mother?
Yeah.
The person who told me I'm just a mother really upset me. Because I could tell it was coming from a place of heart. But you have no right to tell me that.
Yeah.
But then again, I don't owe you an explanation. You see, it's crazy. People my age are way more understanding. People who are not my age are the real villains. Because she's like my mother's age. And she was so mean. And she used to say, you see, as you can see, I'm clearly not big. And she used to ask me, where the baby fit? What do you mean, where the baby fit? The baby fit, where the baby fit? What do you mean? And she used to ask me, are you eating well? Are you sure that baby's not going to suck you dry? Do you have milk? Do you want... She used to ask very insensitive things. I just learned to tune her out. And she would try to control, kind of like a backseat parent. Have you done this? Oh, I had the baby crying yesterday. You know, you're probably doing this. Oh, please relax. You give birth to your kids. Let me try and see how this one goes.
Yeah.
Well, the stereotypes are there. My profile picture on WhatsApp is me and my son. So when I save someone's number, when someone is finally able to see it, they have a million questions. And they're always asking, so is that you on your profile? Yes. They never go straight for the kill shot. It's always somewhere around the corner.
The corner.
So is that you? Yes. And they mine. Why? Oh no, just asking. You look like right. I'm sure that's what you wanted to say.
Yeah.
So people automatically say that, and they have presumptions.
Yeah.
They have ideas. Yeah. Well, let them keep them.
Well. Okay. What is the toughest decision you have made as a parent so far?
Toughest decision. Screen time. Screen time.
Really? They're really Gen Alpha.
Screen time.
They're really Gen Alpha because that is not what I would have expected.
Same.
Screen time.
In retrospect, it's kind of my fault. Miles was a fussy child. He used to cry a lot. So it was difficult for him to get through the night. So I introduced screen time to him as a soothing mechanism. Admittedly, he was too young because he was about 6 months. So I'd hold up the phone for him. I'm dead asleep and I'm holding the phone and he's watching what he's watching. And it will soothe him to sleep. In hindsight, that may not have been the best idea because now we fight a lot over screen time. A lot. So there has to be that in between where I have decided that's enough screens.
Yeah.
You've been watching screens since you woke up. So you're on the phone, you're watching TV. My mother was complaining the other day. She can't tell you the last time she watched How on TV. It's always tuned to Cocomelon, to Mr. Bean, to Masha and the Bear. All the cartoons that he likes. And he knows the time.
Yeah.
He knows this is time for this. And he'll tell you, no, I don't want this. It's time for this. Find this. So when you want him to be creative, to go outside, just be your boy. Go outside, make merry, be a little mischievous. He doesn't want to. He wants to be glued to the screen. Screen time has been the toughest decision because now there's no going back. Because it is the same screens that are helping him kind of like study.
Yeah.
He knows half the alphabet. He knows the numbers. He can sing along to all those songs. So now how do we go back?
Yeah.
Screen time has been the toughest part.